Doing a fender dump, I kind of realized I would smell some exhaust in the car. Fan fell off because it's just zip tied in there. Aluminum racing radiator from Amazon. They didn't send a freaking petcock. What's going on, YouTube? Thanks for tuning in to today's video. We're going to be talking about the problems with putting a Ford 302 in your E36 or other BMW. I've had this swap done for a couple of years now. Hardly got to drive the car at all. Pretty much every time I took it out, something would break. Honestly, doing the swap, it was kind of a rush to finish it. And at the time, I was doing it at my house in a garage with limited tools. I think most of the stuff I fabricated for this thing was with a 4-inch cutoff wheel and old flux core welder from the 80s. Today we're going to talk about some of the issues and we're going to try and get them addressed because we want to get this thing up to Drift Evergreen for its first time on the drift track. So the last time that we had this out, the fan fell off because it's just zip tied in there. There's no room for a fan back here, as you can see, but when that fan fell off, it actually pushed the radiator back into the water pump and put a hole in the radiator. This is probably the third radiator I put in this car. When I was considering where I wanted the motor, I put more thought into I wanted space for my exhaust to do my fender dump than important stuff like cooling. Now we got to figure out how to move this radiator forward, and I want to get a fan on the back side of it because this front fan wasn't doing a very good job at keeping it cool. The next issue we got to address is my homemade Serpentine belt tensioner. Kept the belt on there, but it squeals like hell, and I know it's only going to last so long. When I was setting up this belt drive, it's basically Ford 302 alternator. This is from a 94-95 vehicle. I think that's the 94-95 water pump. I did make some brackets to put the BMW power steering on there, so this car does have power steering. But these Serpentine belts don't really care for a manual tensioner setup. So we got to try and figure something out for that so I don't throw a belt at the first drift event. So the third issue is this carburetor throttle cable linkage. I had this brilliant idea that it'd be cool to put a carburetor on this thing, but for what I spent on rebuilding the carburetor and this fancy fuel pressure, two-stage fuel pressure regulator that bumps down the EFI pump to a pressure that's safe for the carburetor, I could have just put EFI on this thing, but I'm not sure if we're quite ready to do EFI. I want to eventually put like a Holly Sniper EFI setup on this. I don't know if you guys have any recommendations of any EFI that you have used that would be a good option. I would like to boost this thing later on down the road. So we got to figure out something with the return springs and the throttle cable that's a little bit more reliable and is not going to break every lap. And the fourth issue that we need to address is my brilliant exhaust system. Doing a fender dump, I kind of realized I would smell some exhaust in the car, but between the headers leaking and the factory cabin air filter being gone, after riding in the car like 20 or 30 minutes, you get a headache, like a bad headache from all the exhaust fumes. So I want to try and get the headers resealed. I didn't put any kind of flex pipe in between them when I joined them with the V-band. So I think we're going to add a flex pipe there and that should make it easier to get the headers sealed. I think I want to block off the cabin air filter area. So that should help from some of the exhaust gas getting in the car. so we got our aluminum racing radiator from Amazon. This is $179.99 shipped to your door. It includes a shroud and electric fan. You can find the link in the description. We'll try it out for you so you don't have to worry about whether or not it's good quality. No expense spared there. Look at that, fan installed and ready to go. I mean, honestly, if you had a good radiator and you just wanted a nice electric fan and shroud, this might be worth the $180. Welds look half decent. Yeah, let's try and get this thing fitted up in there.
Yeah. You know, out here in Tennessee, baby, we keep them long, bumpy roads. It ain't nothing but a thing. Let's go. I got my man Hoja bringing me all the way up to Indiana, baby. Let's show him how we get down on these back roads. Come on. It's been a long, bumpy road. Seen a lot of things on my ride. Come on. Breaking down slowly. Time's overheating, running out of places to drive. You know we just keep moving down the road with nowhere to go. Not a care on my mind. I don't care. Roll down with my beard in the breeze. I'm on ease. Living every second of my life. Every second of my life. Wake me up, baby.
Basically, all this inside here is gonna have to go.
I must be asleep. I'm in my K5, sitting high, living the dream, and though the fame's still the same, it just ain't what it seems. I'd rather be back where I started, just me and my team. So while the time keeps ticking, the mud keeps dripping, the pines still growing, and the shine they keep sipping. On my true camp, still bumping country living, cause the music never dies once you let the vibe.
I'm thinking I want to mount the radiator something like this. But that still puts us pretty close to our water pump there. I can bring the radiator forward a little bit more, but I gotta trim these corners up in here. Then I should be able to tuck the radiator in. We can make some brackets for the mounting pins down here.
About a simple southern life, hard times and the grit, the love and the pain, all the struggle and stress. This the price you have to pay for my kind of success. Out on this long, bumpy road, seen a lot of things on my ride. Come on, breaking down slowly, time's overheating, running out of places to drive. You know we just keep moving down the road with nowhere to go. Roll down with my beard in the breeze. I'm on ease. Midwest outlaw. Every second of my life. With my beats on and a pen in my hand. United I stand. An Indiana man trying to make it out. Blood, sweat, and tears is what I put in. When I put work in, dedicated to make it, gotta make it shake. So I'm being through the mud about 55 times, 56 times. Got up and dried, and instantly I started shining. Bills are climbing, keep on rhyming. That's gonna be my ticket out. I'll be boo-boo to take a different route. I'm coming out with a bang.
Crisis averted. Flip the trash can upside down to smother the fire.
Remember my name is one of the greatest. I ain't made it, but I can taste it. I'm hungry and chasing these dreams that I'm making. It's up for the taking. I'm tired of waiting. No more being patient. Here for the bacon. It's been a long ride. It's my time. Been getting sleep down like I'm a bronze bench. Makes no sense, but I refuse to give up everything I put in. Sacrifices that I made is for the future and what it brings. Pop a bottle of champagne. Toast to a dream.
Here's the design I came up with for the radiator mount bracket. I do want to add one more piece of metal here to brace it. Probably on the back side of this, back here, just to keep it from twisting. Probably overkill for a radiator, but then we'll do the same thing on this side. I ended up getting real late last night, so I had to call it a night. Came back today, it's Sunday. Basically all that was needed to finish getting the radiator in was to make some brackets here to hold the top. I did just have it zip tied to make the bottom mounts, but now that the bottom mounts are nice and secure, made these top mounts. They kind of look ugly, but at this point, being Sunday, I just need to get this thing back together and outside because we have tons of work to do tomorrow. We got a whole lot full of cars, customers waiting for repairs. So this thing's gonna have to come back in next weekend and we'll keep working on it. But the radiator's in, we got all the hoses secured. I'm gonna fill it with coolant here. I was able to close the hood, so that is good. But we're gonna have to do some trimming to the nose piece and most likely the bumper. Actually, I guess we can see if that fits. Yeah, it looks like the bumper's gonna fit, so. All right, we're gonna throw some coolant in it. We'll throw the vacuum bleeder on there, make sure there's no leaks, and let's take it for a little spin. They didn't send a freaking tech talk. I got it now. I'm turned all the way up. Put your hands in the sky with me. If you feel me knocking, then let me in because I've been begging for a minute. I'm almost in it, yes, I'm in it for the winning. It's the beginning. Meanwhile, I'm gonna live it up with my friends and my family. Entertaining these fans with these bangers and keeping them happy. Shout out to the fans, you like my fam, you make it happen. You're making me happy, witnessing my dreams actually happening. I was told that I wouldn't, but when I do, I humbly laugh at you. When I drive by and your neck break and I'm laid back thinking this is the life that I made. I'm finally famous. I didn't have a fan. No, I wasn't. I didn't think it was running that long between all the bullshit. Well, in the next video, you guys will find out how to hook up a radiator fan, because we forgot to do that. I hope you guys have been enjoying all the content we've been putting out with the shop, with Brad's Honda. I think by the time this is released, our drift video up with the Naysayers drift team should be posted, but we're trying to get into some more drifting. I hope if you guys enjoy that, I think you'll enjoy the future stuff that comes to this channel. I'll put up some videos that you guys can click on and watch if you haven't seen yet. Thanks for tuning in.